Oh, hey, what's going on over there? What are you doing? Did you slip? Did you fall? Why are you hanging out in the snowbank over there? Well, I'm glad I found you and glad you stopped by, but not a great thing to be diving into a snowbank like that. Anyway, as you can tell, there's a ton of snow out here at the Reboot. And what I want to do is give you an update concerning the renovation process of my tool shed, transforming it into a cabin. A lot of the work that I did, or that I'm trying to catch up on with these videos, is back in November and December. I'm still working away on it, but you know me, 2 days a week. Takes a little while. Plus, I've been putting out a video every week, sometimes two. It's taking me a while to catch up and get to the video that I have in my backlog. It is now early February here in Eastern Ontario. As I said, lots of snow on the ground. So let's use our imaginations a little bit. I'm going to take you back in time to late November, and let's get busy with some of the interior work here in the cabin. Oh, I just remembered one more thing before we head inside. Thank you to all the new subscribers out there who've joined the channel recently. But I looked at my analytics and 95% of you guys and gals have not subscribed. Takes a bit of an effort to throw these videos together, so please, if you enjoy the videos, subscribe, like, and share. Thanks a lot. Okay everyone, I've just come into the shed I built to hold all the tools that I used for building the pole barn, keep them out of the rain, keep them out of the snow. I'm in the process of converting this tool shed into a cabin. What I want to emphasize here, in extreme terms guys, DIY-er. I've never done electrical before, so what have I done? I've gone out and I've purchased this book. This is the electrical code for the provinces of British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, New Brunswick, PEI, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland, obviously here in Canada. So that's what I've been doing, guys. I have been studying the electrical code and the requirements, and I have been watching YouTube channels, electricians, master electricians. And the third thing that I've done, which is equally important and perhaps more importantly, I have consulted a master electrician from this region in Eastern Ontario. He's actually the electrician that did the wiring for my house in Ottawa. So I'm a DIY-er. I am very much a novice at electrical, but I've done my homework and I've got some good backup. And in fact, the electrician that I've referred to, the master electrician, is going to come and look at the work I do prior to me hitting the go switch, as it were. Okay guys, let's get busy. I'm going to show you how I wire. And again guys, this is not a how-to. This is just me showing you what I'm doing. If you do see anything wrong, let me know in the comments. Well, we've had a spell of great weather. You know, we're talking mid-November here in Eastern Ontario, and the last few days have been 25 degrees Celsius. Here's the box I put in place yesterday. Power in, power out, and I've even done myself my homework to the extent of doing a little wiring diagram. That'll help me put it together properly here. And I've got some excess wire left over from another piece I was working on to make a pigtail for the ground. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is create the pigtail for the ground. And just to let you know guys, the top of the box is 18, and when I get my 3-inch floor in there, it's going to be 15. Might be a little bit low for normal housing standards, but again, we're looking at a cabin here. Okay, so here's the very standard plug I'm going to be using. You've got the brass connections for the live wires, and chrome for neutral, and green for ground. I'm going to start by making the pigtail. By doing that, I'm able to pull out this brass wire from the 12-2, sorry, the copper wire from the 12-2. Alright, now we're going to wind those together, joining the 3 grounds together this fashion. And again, one of them being the pigtail that's going to go to the ground on the outlet itself. Okay. That end there is a little sloppy, so what I'm going to do is trim that. And again, I'm doing this, guys, based on advice I received. I'm going to barrett it. Sorry, I'm going to put a merit. I believe they're called merits. One of these screw caps, lock them in together. Really down nice and tight. Like, I just do not think that's going anywhere. And now, I'm going to put this onto. So again, you're supposed to make your J in the clockwise motion. It might take me a few times to get this right, guys. I believe that's the way I want to go. That might be a bit long. Sticking out too far there, I think. That's probably a better length. So there's an OK J, I think. Let's get that on there. And we'll tighten that down. I've got to go get myself a hand screwdriver because I'm not sure I'm torquing these down the way I want to. In fact, I definitely need to, because that doesn't allow me to get in there. So I'll be back in just a second. All right, next step. All right, so let's get the neutrals together. So again, going with the theory of white to bright. So this is the incoming line here. I'm going to put that on the bottom. I am not making these J's very well. Okay, everyone, so what have I done? I've got all of the ground wires together. I've got a pigtail coming out of that joint to the ground on the socket. I have the neutrals in and out, continuing the circuit on. And I've got the power coming in and continuing out, continuing the circuit up to the next element in the circuit. All right, guys, let's pack this into the box. I'm not going to put it all the way in here at this point because I may pull it out for an inspection later on. So I think just leaving it like that is perfect. But that is the first time I've ever wired an outlet. Let's hope it's correct. Not done with the electrical at this point, but it's time now to start putting in some more of the insulation bats, the pink fiber bats. It's a very good idea to wear a respirator when you're working with insulation. Whether it's fibrous or not, there's just a lot of dust and other particles that get kicked up and about in the air. So again, good idea to put on the respirator. Putting in insulation is, in my opinion, one of those more enjoyable construction tasks, just because of the fact that it goes in quick and easy and you really begin to see a transformation taking place before your eyes. So if you can see it here, the wiring goes above the window, and I'm bringing it above the door here, and then down to this switch, making it easy for me to turn on the lights when I come in the door. To be clear with everyone, I never wanted to get involved with any of the electrical. However, talking with this contractor friend, master electrician, and some others, they all encouraged me to do it. They said I had the DIY skills to be able to master it, do a little bit of research, talk to some people who obviously have done it and who are comfortable with it, and before you know it, you'll be able to do it. Of course, reading the electrical codes, and you know, some of you may laugh out there, but boy, some of those YouTube channels by those master electricians are extremely educational and useful. As with anything, your confidence grows when you do the research, you do the studying, and obviously you learn and take a little input and direction from people who know what they're doing, such as a master electrician. By no means is any of this 100% professional, but it is up to the standards required to be able to do DIY and/or / cabin level type electrical installation. And so you can see here that the line comes out of the switch over there by the door, up the wall, across the ceiling, and to the light outlet, light receptacle that I'm working on right there. And so the electrical plan for this little cabin is very basic. There are 2 outlets, 1 switch, and 1 overhead light, and that's it. With the electrical installation complete, I'm now going to finish the insulation as well as start to install the vapor barrier. The bats in the ceiling are 6 inches for an R value of 20, and in the walls I have filled in the cavities with about 1.5 inches, and then over top of that put a 4-inch bat that brings the wall insulation close to that R20 value as well. Thanks for dropping in to check out the video and to see the progress on the cabin, the shed to cabin progress. That is it for today's video. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. Thanks for watching, and I hope you come back for future videos.